Listeners, if you hear some partying going on in the background, it's just Isle 29 still celebrating a whopping win over the Bombers. Oh, shit, there's Marsho flying over the ceiling fan.
Oh, my God. There he goes.
Jeez, Joycey, get down from there. 72-point winners, boys. How good?
Delicious, in fact.
No, 72 was the Eagles. Sorry, I'm getting my massive win.
It's all the same. It's all the same.
Too many thrashings going on at Moorabbin. This is splendid.
It might as well have been 72. Let's be real. It was
a 50-point win over the Bombers is just as good as a 100-point win over anyone else, in my opinion. Finn, I'm going to let you kind of take the floor here because I know that how much a win like this would mean to an Essendon hater such as yourself.
I have to say, I absolutely reveled in that. I have not enjoyed much more than just sitting there at 3/4 time and watching the streams of Bombers fans leave. The ones who were expecting a massive win, a season restoring win, and they got shamaned. They got shaminated.
They got booped.
They got booped, yeah.
Yeah.
Guy, so
Hello.
Sexy Guernsey as you're wearing.
Thank you.
Sexy football.
Yes, as I
Sexy
saw
players.
on Saturday. Yes.
Yep, and a sexy win.
And a sexy little badge for my boy Ross.
So did you buy that pre-game?
I bought that pre-game. I went up to the stand and I saw there wasn't a Ross one on the board, the preview board. So I went to the guy who was wearing a Saints scarf and I said, "Do you have any Ross badges?" He's like, "Oh, Ross." Yeah, I do. This is the first one I've ever sold.
What? That
was
can't
so-
be the first one he's ever sold.
Hey, don't shoot the messenger.
All right, we're on a mission. I'm calling for everyone.
Everyone's
next week.
Buy a Ross badge.
Sunday 4:40.
Find the guy in the Saints scarf.
We are all. I want every single person listening to go buy a Ross badge. I want us to sell it out.
And do what I do every time we kicked a goal, which was mwah, mwah, mwah. Every time.
So so the players are doing well. You're just still kissing Ross's badge.
Well, he's responsible for every goal. It's the perfect badge.
Before we touch on the game, I just want to touch on post game. The platform. You boys weren't there, but it was kicking off. It was a good vibe.
Yeah, it would have been.
I just want to.
Can only imagine.
There's a special fella I want to mention. His name's Jack. Long-term fan of mine, as he told me. He's adamant. He was at 40. I was at 40 followers when he followed me back on the Facebook.
Jeez, that's quite good.
So back in the day, kept buying me drinks all night. Like bought me 2 shots, which I don't do shots anymore. You know, I'm an old man. Now that I'm a year older, my birthday last week. Bought me these like Baileys and Kahlua shots.
Ooh,
That's
And then on the second round, he turns to like all my friends and was just like, "I'm buying you old shots," and he just transfers like $200 to his bank.
My
And I'm like,
God.
this is what a Saints win over over Essendon does to people.
Well, he set the bar. That's the bar now for listeners.
Yeah.
If they ever see you or even, God forbid, us
Yeah.
out in public, that's where the bar is at. So you got to top it now.
Yeah.
Nothing less.
So
If you're not going to spend $200, don't talk to me.
$200 on Ross badges.
Yeah, on Ross. 55 Ross badges.
New merch idea. Just like have like a really crappy like pillowcase, cut it out, and just cover yourself in Ross badges.
Oh, that's huge. So instead of like the Cat Man, we've just got the Ross Man.
Yeah. Oh, perfect. You definitely got a TV for that, I reckon. Yeah. Question for you boys. So 3 months ago, congratulations. You're Australia's wild card for the Olympics, right? And you get to choose the sport. You have 3 months to prepare to embarrass yourself the least. Which sport are you picking?
Great question. What's the sport you can kind of fade? Maybe a big team sport.
I have thought about this, obviously, myself, writing the question. I'm thinking archery.
I was going to say archery.
Purely because the aim of the game is to just get it dead center.
Yeah.
You give me 9 hours a day, and I aim for it, I might be able to get semi-close.
It's one action that you have to get right.
I want to pivot from that. Oh, no, sorry. Tangent from that shooting. I think shooting is a little bit easier to hide how bad you are.
I think there's more margin for error there. I think you can really just...
Shoot yourself.
Well,
Or you can
say that
shoot
much.
yourself with an arrow too.
I'm not sure. I think that would be pretty difficult.
Yeah,
if you like
it would be.
aimed it straight in the air and then just tried to land underneath it, you might be able to.
Yeah. Maybe what's the biggest team sport?
Like the most amount of people.
Most amount of people on one team. Water polo, you can go into water
Yeah.
a bit.
You
Then
can
again,
probably
if an opposition player goes after you in water polo, that's really...
Yeah, dude, high school level water polo is scary. I'm not interested in
okay. Well,
Olympic level.
I didn't go to a big, water polo playing private school.
Well, what? Neither did I.
Why are you saying that, man? High school level.
They don't just play water polo at private schools.
They don't play them at public schools.
Maybe maybe it's a Queensland thing.
What the? Really? Do they public schools play water polo in Queensland?
Yeah.
God. Okay. No wonder they're all unhinged.
You just spending half the time trying to drown each other. That's the
Yeah.
whole game. So
Yeah.
I'm saying at an Olympic level,
It'd be crazy.
that's hardcore. You would die.
Imagine an Olympic level nipple cripple underwater.
I don't know if that's allowed.
Definitely
There's
is.
golf apparently at the Olympics. I didn't know that was a thing. I reckon through my I've never played golf before, but like surely you just hit the ball into the hole.
Well, you can do breakdancing.
I could do breakdancing.
Well, you can try.
You personally.
Yeah.
I think beach volleyball would be fun.
Volleyball,
Question
yeah.
on the breakdancing. How many beers deep am I? Because the answer varies.
You're just one Bailey's and
Yeah, I was going to say, is it
Shot
after
at
a
you.
Saints win?
You're after. No,
Yeah.
yeah, it's after a fan's come up to you.
I'm joining Marshy on the ceiling fan. There's what else we got? Rowing? No, there's a lot of upper body.
Yeah,
It's a
that's
Yeah.
actual strength required. I mean, all of these are actual strength required, but
What's
rowing in
skeleton?
particular.
What's skeleton?
That's Winter Olympics.
Oh, okay.
That's crazy. That's where you're in a bobsled and you go down head first, lying down, I think.
I mean, good way to go out.
Boy, paralyze yourself first.
All right. So do we archery? Is that the? Do we reckon?
I think, yeah.
I'm going shooting.
It's the same thing, just
Pool.
different weapons.
Yeah.
All right. Essendon. Frauds. A lot of them. How good? Is Nazai the best player in the AFL?
He's very likely to be our best player by the end of like next year, I reckon.
Yeah, if he was pretty nice. Cut through them like butter on a few occasions.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was good performances all over the board. It was pretty crazy. Booper Sharman.
Oh,
What the hell got into him? Who gave him the right to do that? Yeah.
I watched so I was at the game, but I watched the replay the next day. And of course, we
Did
had.
it look better on TV, Booper?
Oh, he looked amazing. But
Yeah.
we had Hutto in commentary, which was a godsend.
Oh, lovely.
And they were frothing Cooper so much. They were like,
Yeah.
here's our man, Cooper. And it's just one of those days for him where like just the ball bounced the right way.
Yeah.
Like it would go under an Essendon player's legs and he would be the guy to pick it up. It would just be like,
I can't remember in the last like 7 years of key forward for us when they fly for the footy, you just know it's hitting both their hands every time.
yeah.
But is this just who he is? A bloke who just gets these bursts of form for like a few weeks and then just reverts back to.
That's not his fault because he gets thrown around just because Wood gets him.
Nah, he's got to take some.
Well, he's literally playing
Responsibility.
like half the time in the back, half the time on the wing. Like you can't be clunking marks at full forward if
I
you're
don't think he
literally
spent
not
that much
there.
time out of the forward line though
This season.
this season. No, he still spent time up forward and he got dropped.
I can't believe we have a Booper denier on this podcast.
Yeah, this is
But
This
like,
is just
he's
shameful.
had,
This
but
is
he's had
crazy.
spurts of form before. Like remember in 2021
like when he debuted.
when he debuted, and then he had like the last 6 weeks of the season when he was really good.
Mm.
Yeah, it was phenomenal. I just want to see it more often.
Well, maybe this is it.
Maybe this is it.
the
Maybe
start.
this is the start of like
Of
one
like
of the
generational-
all-time great St
yeah.
Kilda.
It
key
is the
forwards.
start purely because if you listen to the Nuffies on Twitter, we're trading Max King purely off one game where the forward line clicked.
Don't need him.
Oh,
We don't need Max, clearly.
there's just like I can't even speak to how stupid those comments are.
Yeah, we were making space, which we wouldn't have. I don't think if Max was playing.
Yeah,
But yeah,
because
that's not his fault.
Just imagine that forward line, but then you add a fit and firing Max King.
I mean it's just a
Like-
no-brainer, isn't it?
You don't get, especially because people are like, oh, we can trade him for like a couple of firsts or whatever, and we get a couple of
Nah.
mids in. But then who are the mids going to kick to?
Yeah, other than Cooper.
Yeah, other than Cooper and the Hammer.
Yeah,
Just to go back to the Cooper commentary, I just remembered when I think it was Gary Lyon was talking about, oh, Cooper Sharman has taken more marks than Essendon, and he gets interrupted halfway through because the Essendon defender kicks it straight into
Yeah.
Cooper.
it's like divine intervention.
Yeah, I think it was his third goal, was it?
Incredible.
Second, maybe?
Yeah,
Yeah.
He
third.
had 3 goal assists as well.
Yeah.
21 disposals as well, which is nuts.
10 marks. Oh, it was
What a
unreal.
game. What
Yeah.
a game.
That's one of the best individual performances of the year, easily. from the
Oh,
Saints.
probably of the year.
Of the year, yeah.
How good was it watching on the replay, the scarf coming. That was pure cinema bliss. I want to rate that on Letterboxd. 5 stars.
It's just peak Nuffy, isn't it? Just being so fed up. You're like, it's the ultimate dummy toss.
There's been times where if I was on the boundary, I would have done a few scarves of mine would have been left to the wind. But yeah.
Then the other thing, which like I said, like we've been very angry at the boys, like many a time. We don't throw scarves, and we also don't abuse them when they're walking down the race. That I hate. It is funny for a quick laugh, but afterwards you kind of like it's kind of like the Carlton one from like last year.
Do you remember the Melbourne one from like 10 years ago?
Yeah.
where they made it like an event every week to like every drunk man from the age of 30 to 50 would go down the race and just throw and spit on them.
Yeah, after I saw that Essendon footage, the first thing I did was look up when Essendon beat Melbourne in 2013 by like 130 points or something.
Yeah.
And I remember seeing that as like a 13-year-old, and it's just like it had a formative impact on my brain just watching these cooked Melbourne blokes just giving it to their own team,
Yeah,
and they did the close up as well. It's just something different.
Yeah, no, you'd feel terrible after doing that, wouldn't you? Like you'd sober up, wake up the next morning and go, what the hell was I thinking?
Like, I'm a 19-year-old bloke kicking a footy around.
I'm much more the type. Do you remember the kind of bigger guy who was filmed in the stands just with his hands in his head crying? That's much more my style.
Yeah, also the sledging in that Essendon video was just weird as well.
Yeah, they're a weird bunch down at Windy Hill.
I'm not going to repeat it, but they were saying some weird stuff to Caddy, was it?
Yeah, it was to Caddy. And I'm just like, it's not like
just
you
strange.
I haven't seen this.
As soon as it gets away from the actual football, it's a bit pathetic.
Yeah,
but even so,
it's just
the
weird.
game's over. What you do, we're a classy bunch at St Kilda. We just send them emails.
Well, yeah, look,
At
that's
least
its
we keep
own
it professional. Yeah.
we keep it professional.
inside business hours only.
Emails, texts,
LinkedIn.
carrier pigeons.
LinkedIn requests.
Yeah, LinkedIn requests. The old like poke on Facebook.
Yeah, well, next time we lose by 100 points, we'll stand on the what is it, the race, and everyone will be silent, but we'll just be like tapping Morse code abuse as the players come through.
That'll teach them.
Yeah, they'll be like, "Oh, what did she? Oh, that's so rude."
So we spoke about the forwards. We didn't speak on the skunk. Get him signed up. I'm like I was a bit.
He's a bit more of a background player in the weekend.
He's still good though.
He's still good.
That's all he needs to do though. He's not like we go into some games I think thinking where's 2018, 2017 skunk. He's not going to be that player for us.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
No.
And I think it's just a really like beautiful sight to see like where he's come from till it's like now, and see him enjoy footy again. Because don't know if you boys know, I was in the pocket when all 3 of those goals were kicked.
I did see your stories.
What a treat! Yeah,
It was, and then when Skunk turned around and gave the crowd the like, get loud, I cried.
just screaming, crying, throwing up,
Throwing scarves.
Yeah.
Throwing scarves.
Up in the air.
in admiration instead of disgust.
Yeah. It was funny. Like so Owens had the first go. And I was like, I turned to my mate and I was like, this is not going to go in. Like the ball dropped horrible. It went in.
What is he doing with his set shots?
Like-
He doesn't hold the footy like that when he kicks around the ground.
Twinkle fingers.
He doesn't like. Why change the way you hold a footy for when you have a set
Part
shot?
of the routine, mate.
It's the worst.
As long as you do the same thing every time.
It's the worst ball drop I reckon going.
But he doesn't
It's pretty
kick like that
shocking.
normally.
No, he doesn't. But he holds us all like stiff, and I'm like, that cannot be comfortable for
No.
anyone.
No, but he's barely gripping it. It's like on the edge of his bottom of his palms. Hurts to watch. But it worked once.
Well, once out of like 10.
10, yeah.
But it's like, so obviously, so Hammer and Owens both kick goals from there, and then they miss dead in front.
Yeah.
Both of them.
Yeah.
That's right.
So what's going on? What is it about the boundary, and why can't we do it in front of goal? Like actually in front.
It's the aisle 29 pocket.
Yeah.
It is special vibes.
Absolutely.
Can we talk about the 8th wonder of the world contract month, Zach Jones?
Oh, he's built
Why
different.
is he playing well?
Because it's contract year. Players love playing up for there.
But he's left it late as well.
He has. Do we reckon he gets I think we spoke about the touchdown ball. Has this changed?
No,
I think he does if Crouch is done.
if Crouch is done, maybe he does.
You can't be getting rid of all 3 of Crouch, Ross, and Jones.
I think we have to keep one of them.
That's right.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
on
yeah.
current form, it's Jones.
Definitely.
Yeah. And I think Ross said that Ross isn't playing at all for the rest of the year on
Yeah.
AFL 360. So I think, Jones has the chance to, and he is. He's doing a good job. Like peak Zach is a point of difference for our midfield.
Yeah.
So, which is something I think, like Crouch is obviously a ball pick and he'll get 30 disposals, and that's great. But, if the rumors are true that he's thinking of retiring, like it's a bit sad. And then you have Seb Ross, who, like, great clubman, great serviceman. Time is probably up at the Saints.
I think so.
Yeah. I love the idea of Zach Jones. If you described him on paper to me and I'd never seen him play.
If I wrote you a nice story about Zach Jones.
If you wrote me a synopsis of Zach Jones, I would want to see that movie. Unfortunately, that movie's, it might have a happy ending, but
it's pretty injury ridden.
Yeah, it's a bit of a war story.
Bit of a darker watch.
Yeah.
I said about 10 weeks ago, might have been on the podcast, that one thing I want to see towards the end of the year, or definitely going into next year, was just like the game plan starting to click, starting to function. Goddamn, was it ploshing? Can't do the Richo voice, but that was my Richo impression.
What did you try to say?
Ploshing.
Ploshing. Just like, it's like the shackles were just released, and that's without Henry, Filippo, just get I just want them all back in. I want us to, I think we get those players in, the competition is going to be shivering their timbers.
Yeah, the forward line was actually making space for each other. It was so nice. And the ball movement was a bit quicker. It wasn't erratic. I think it was reasonably slow. We built it up quite well.
And went fast when we needed to.
Yeah. Essendon also put on zero pressure.
I was going to say, I want to play devil's advocate here and say that the game plan looks really good against Essendon and West Coast, both of whom provided absolutely no pressure.
So as well as we played, Essendon were they didn't fire a shot. They didn't even get close. So they were terrible.
They were horrific. But I'll be very interested to see how we go against the Lions, because that's
a good test.
That will be difficult. And I'm not expecting a win by any means, but
I wouldn't say we're no chance though.
I wouldn't say we're no chance. I just want to see how the game plan holds up against a real opponent.
Yeah. It'll be
Wait, talk about Essendon a top 4 lock. Did you not see the quote during the week?
Ben Dixon.
Ben Dixon.
So just something along the lines of...
Did he say that on bounce?
No, I think it was like...
Is that a bounce quote?
Peak football analysis.
What was it? It was like...
Hot takes on bounce.
Followed by watch this TikTok.
Followed by a segment to Turn It Up, where some bloke dies in Southeast Asia.
and then they go... 20 people go, turn it up.
And then Moons goes, no, he was fine, don't worry.
And Gazy goes, whoa. I had to get that out of my system.
I don't think I've ever watched Bounce in my life.
I wouldn't.
So
I don't let Fox or KO run through from the Sunday twilight into Bounce. I've left
No, because I turn it off as soon as that
I'll usually
intro
go
plays.
out of the room and then come back, and then Bounce is on. I'm just like, I'll watch this for a bit. And then just watch their death compilation.
And basically one level away from just doing live leak.
They're one level away from doing what ISIS was doing on the internet a few years ago. Now, the minimum requirement to get on Bounce is to paralyze yourself.
What? I think we might move on from the game. This is just turning into a train wreck.
Much like Bounce.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
So I posted today just get a general Q&A going. Nothing specific. You were right, Finn?
I'm crying.
Got some water in your eyes.
Oh, that's funny.
I haven't actually looked at these. So this is, I'm going into this raw. So first one is from Thirsty Need Beer. That's a great name.
Good name.
Not a question. Great, so the first one is not actually a question.
That sounds like a you problem. Though,
Yeah, mate, come on.
Not a question, but LOL Bombers. Love the show, boys. Keep up the good work.
Not a question, mate. Try again.
Not a question. Not a question. Not a question. She should be. Love the show, boys.
Thanks for the feedback.
Maybe think before you send that one.
Another one. That's not a question. This is great. More of a statement. Eat a dick, Essendon fans.
That's accepted.
Yeah,
that's fine. Lewis says, would you rather Collingwood win the next 10 flags or Essendon win one final?
Collingwood next.
Yeah, Collingwood.
Yeah.
Easy
peasy. So this is from all the goals. My teacher said he didn't know who Cooper Sharman was. What should I do? Drop out. Find better education.
Just reverse roles and educate your teacher.
Yeah, make him sit down in the front row.
He obviously needs a lesson in boop law. Get to it, mate. Cut your own highlight reel together. Take some initiative.
This is from Fancast AFL.
Dogs.
So a certain Dave Goose says, which players would you rob a bank with? Name your dream team crime gang. Marlon Pickett.
It's too easy.
Yeah.
He hasn't been found guilty, so I just want to put that out there.
I would allegedly rob a bank with
I
Marlon
would
Pickett.
allegedly...
That time. As before.
I will allegedly rob a bank with Marlon Pickett. Heard he's pretty good. Doesn't even get caught.
Well, I want Cal Wilkie in the doing something behind the scenes.
I want some...
He'd be able to cook some books.
He'll be able to tell you how much he's stealing.
Yes, he'd be able to... Yeah, bean counter.
I wonder if we can get in contact with the guys who robbed Jacob Wiedering as well. They might be able to help us out.
Yeah, scam.
How?
Can we get them on the pod? Can we get them on
got scammed?
Well,
we get them on the pod?
He had some flybys points he had to use up. They sent him a text.
Yeah.
Yeah, we get him on the pod.
Get them on the pod.
Jacob, please, we want to come and talk to us. 3 Saints fans.
No. I want his scammers on the pod.
I think
get a tele link from wherever they were based.
I want Big Bad Barry Hall to own crowd control as well.
Oh, yeah.
Because
He
Yeah.
wouldn't listen to instructions well, I reckon.
Yeah.
Who do you reckon has the reflexes for driving the getaway car?
Oscar Adams.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
that's a deep cut.
Yep.
It's a really deep cut.
Good from you.
Yeah, thank you.
Again, he got caught. I don't know. Who else? Do we have anyone in the DUI best 22?
Oh, the useless AFL stats.
Michael Gardner?
He's pretty, he'd be up there.
Oh, I can't think of anyone else. Yeah.
I feel like, didn't Jake the Push-Up King have a really high reading?
Yeah, he would have.
He would have, yeah. Pretty sure he got done for like 5 times over.
I think Ben Cousins has famously escaped that team.
Which is incredible.
Through the use of a river.
No, they're not. When they're arresting Ben Cousins behind the wheel, it's not for alcohol.
No, it's not. Yeah, that was the only thing not in his system.
Yeah.
He might still be in that team. But my favourite story is the one where he tried to swim across one of the rivers in Perth.
I actually have not heard that.
Oh, okay. But he got halfway and had to turn around because he was about to drown.
And were there cops waiting for him?
Yeah, I think so.
That's pretty funny. I don't want him on the bank robbery team then.
Yeah, so hopefully he tells that on Dancing with the Stars. One of the next episodes.
All right, I'm going to move this on before we have to cut so much stuff from this. When we get cancelled. Luke asks, if you could bring back one Sainer, who is it?
From the dead or?
No!
Into
Look,
the
they
team
can
or
be.
to play footy?
No,
it could be
to
both.
play, like any Sainer retired.
Do we get them in there?
Yes, they're prime. So I'm going 2017 Jack Stephen.
Oh,
Who do we need right now? Well, 2017 Jack Stephen,
Stephen.
yeah.
a nice midfielder. I'd take maybe like 2005 Nick D'Assano.
A very niche.
Well, he was like second in the Brownlow, third in the Brownlow.
Wasn't that a bit later, like 2008?
Nah. He was very good, very, very early.
I reckon 1958 Neil Roberts would go pretty hard.
That would go hard.
I saw you thinking. I was like, you're going to say a stupid joke here.
I want 1971 grand final Cowboy Neil, who knocked the Coleman the leading goal kick of the comp out in the grand final. Could you imagine someone doing that today?
Where were you that day? In 1966?
The twinkle in your great-grandfather's eye.
Yeah, something like that.
All right, I think that's a good time for a break on reminiscent of Neil Roberts. And anyway, that's halftime siren. After the break, we'll open some cards, I think.
You're not playing for your mate. You know, this guy, he's not playing for his
You know what? What are we doing here, Jared? What are we doing?
That's a good impression.
Is this the profile that will stack up during finals, Jared? I'm not sure.
Now, since round 13, they've been minus 21 hardball gets. That's not a brand of footy that stacks up in September.
No, yeah, the stacks up. Yeah,
I
look
really,
past over the last few years.
if it was my
That doesn't
last
stack
day
up in September,
at Fox
Jerry.
Footy, I would so give him fake stats. To read.
Oh, that'd be you'd get in so much
My
trouble.
favorite David King moment was when he was like, now, this is the most even season of all time. All of the top 8 teams against each other are 50%. And everyone was like, whoa, crazy.
Yeah, it's
And
like,
it wasn't until like next week someone was like, yeah. They all played each other. One team won, one team lost.
That's not David King's fault. He sold that.
he sold it very well.
Sold it. Wasn't wrong.
It's the most even season we've ever had. All you need to do is make the top 8. You can jag a flag from here.
I look through their list, Jared, and I ask, who's that A grade talent? Who's going to step up when it really gets tight?
They're relying too much on their Paddy Crippses, their Jacob Wiederings. But no one's
I'm looking
standing
at that next level. Who's going to step up? Lockie Fogarty, Matt Cottrell.
Let me show you some footage, Joey. Now, these blokes, they're not looking after their mates. See that? That is a lazy hand pass.
That's going to get brought up during the week, Jared. That's unacceptable at this level.
Now, they'll be watching that tape over and over.
That's
Bossy
going to
will
be
not
singled out by Vossi during the week and applauded.
Now, those are the efforts that make footy clubs great.
Get him on the pod.
I couldn't.
After we just slide him off.
Yeah, no, I've made fun of him on my page too many times.
David, tell us how the Saints game plan has changed over the past 2 weeks.
Hey, remember how like you said we're going to be top 4 and then our season went downhill?
Yeah. God damn it. As soon as he started that,
Yeah.
it got me so excited. Because he's traditionally been really hard on us. For good reason. Yeah, I mean, in hindsight, for good reason.
Boys, like about an hour before I drove here, I got some Maccas. Well, so before that, I went to my usual survey where I got the footy cards. Those bastards were out. Coles Express, not happy with you. They were out of the footy cards I usually buy. So I was stressed and I'm like, I need a Big Mac, right?
Of course.
So
as per.
I drove to my local Macca's and I noticed as I was paying, they had footy cards ready to just buy. Never seen that at Macca's before, actually. So I asked for 3 packets because, footy cards, you get, 8 or 10 cards in a pack. Macca's, the stingy bastards, only give you 4.
Yeah, are they budget footy cards? I've
Yeah.
never heard of footy cards
Granted,
at Macca's.
They were $2 a pack, so I probably should have guessed that they would
Are
have been
these
less cards.
Macca's specific footy cards? Or are they just a generic AFL
Look,
brand?
There's the AFL logo, there's the Macca's logo.
Oh, okay.
Who knows what's inside?
Oh, you know what would be really funny if they were like unbranded, like Pez games, and you have Manchester or Merseyside red versus Merseyside
Yeah.
blue.
Yeah.
But unlicensed player names as well.
Like Bayside shit versus Tullamarine garbage.
I used to there was a cricket game, like Ricky Ponting's cricket games, right? And they had none of the licensed players besides Ricky Ponting.
Yeah.
So, and it was just like, oh, Ricky Ponting's come out, and it was like Michael Clock.
Yeah. Well,
It sticks with me.
we would have Mitchell Owen.
Yeah, it'd be anyway. So
Matthew
I only bought the
Philippou.
3 because I didn't realize.
Anton Hammer.
I only
Sorry.
bought the 3 packs because I thought there'd be 30 cards, we could all open them. And I was like, I got home and I was like, oh, there's only 4 per pack. I look in my bag, the 15-year-old who's getting paid $12 an hour, put 3 more in there.
Oh, what a legend.
What a legend! Can't even do a job right. The Big Mac was really dry and cold, but we won't go into that.
Probably tasted much like the footy
what
cards
I
would.
want to do, pass that down, please, to Finn.
Jeez, aisle 29's getting really
aisle
loud.
29.
I reckon.
I think that was Dan Butler's dribble goal.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Thank you.
what I want to do with these cards, obviously we're talking about the Olympics is on. There's 2 basketballs. No, 2 basketball sports going on. You have the 5v5 and the 3v3.
Hmm.
The 3v3 is the real stuff because, Team America's going to win.
3v3s for nerds.
Yeah,
I'm
but
just going to put that
it's
out
the
there.
basketball purists.
It's the AFL-X of
It is,
basketball
yeah. It's the NAB Cup of basketball.
So-
without the super goals.
What I want to do is essentially almost like, not really a draft, but like a draft, is so these are the players God has given you. You have to pick 3 players from these 8.
Okay.
And we're going to
and then we
compare
we
who's going to win
who's got the
gold,
best
silver,
one.
bronze.
Okay.
So what are the 3 positions I should be trying to
So
fill?
I reckon we go point guard, small forward,
Yeah,
and
wait,
center.
are positions taken into
Yes.
account?
So just to make it a bit harder. So you actually have to draft to the position.
For someone who doesn't
Spine.
know much about basketball, can you give me a quick rundown?
No.
Okay.
No.
Oh, wait. We have to draft them as basketball players.
No. So so you need a point guard, a small forward. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay, but I'm taking into account. Oh, yep.
You know what?
Oh, I'm throwing the Zach Merritt card out straight away.
Oh, that
That-
loser. We don't do with
that-
losers on this podcast.
Did you see him dive for the block that was given on Ryan Burns, where Burns
Oh,
didn't even know he was
yes.
there?
That was so
And
piss weak.
yeah, I've got my first player.
So we'll go. Who went last in the food draft?
Me.
You. All right, we'll start with you first.
Give me 1 second.
So go through your players and then nominate the position and the player.
What positions do they have in 3v3? Just a point guard.
So I think it's like a point guard, a small.
They do.
I don't think there is positions, but we're going to go point guard, small forward, and a center.
God, I'm pretty light on for talent here.
I'm fairly heavy on, you might say.
So why don't you go through your players and then
I don't have a third player. I've got a really like my tallest two players are kind of interchangeable, but that's kind of the strength of the
go
team
through
as
the
well.
players that you didn't choose?
Zach Merritt, obviously, Cat, Chelsea Randall, the captain of Adelaide W. I just don't know that is. Sorry, Chelsea. Liam Duggan, who I actually kind of like, but he gets cheap touches every week. Ellie Blackburn, she's still a star. I'll put her in. You can go in. Callum Mills is out. And then Ollie Henry's out as well. So my starting three.
Yep,
Yeah, who do
starting
we end up
three.
with?
Okay, point guard is Scott Pendlebury.
Oh, that's
IQ.
that's
I-
unfair.
He's probably the best player you can pull for this.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, my small forward is Ellie Blackburn. I've seen her play before. She's like a powerful, dynamic, she's got a quick first step on her. She's getting to the rim every day of the week. My center is going to be a mobile Tom Green, very tall. He likes his other sports as well. I think he likes basketball. I hope he likes basketball. And he's got that dog in him. He's going to fight for rebounds. He's a leader. And he loves it. Yeah. So, but Scott Pendlebury's leading the line at point guard.
You put a nice bit of thought into that.
Thank you.
It's a good
None
team.
of it. Thank you. Let's see.
All right.
So do we go through who you discarded?
Yeah, I'll start with my rejects. So I also had Chelsea Randall of the Adelaide Football Club. Sorry, Chelsea.
She's probably really good.
She's probably an absolute beast. I have Tilly Lucas Rod, the captain of the Hawthorn Football Club.
She used to play for St Kilda,
Did she?
but she had different hair.
There you go.
recognise her.
I had Brody Myercheck, which I don't know. I just wasn't really feeling
Fashion
it.
crash.
Yeah. You need more finesse for
Yeah,
basketball.
you
right?
do.
I just realized as well, Scott Pendlebury has a basketball background.
Get out.
I'm saying that's an advantage for you.
You're either joking
well, you
or
joke.
it's a
You're
shit joke.
Yeah.
Either way.
Yeah.
No, I'm trying to be serious here.
Yeah, but that's why he's the best pick, because he has a
No,
basketball.
I'm just thinking just because he was a good passer.
No, he famously has a basketball background.
Yeah,
You're
no, sorry.
taking the piss on
Yeah, you must be joking.
Yeah.
No,
Sorry, the joke was because they bring it up every single.
But-
Sorry, forget it. Sorry.
Sell it
He
like
rails.
that.
all right. Connor Nash. I don't know.
I'm sick of
How
your
tall is
shit.
this guy? Oh, 198 centimeters.
He's Irish.
Yeah, look, just not interested. Angus Brayshaw,
Yeah.
he's gone.
Liability. Yeah. He's yeah. That's stiff to get him, to be fair.
So yeah. Okay, so
Who's your starting three?
my starting three at point guard, I have Marcus Bontempelli,
Yep.
leader,
Mm-hmm.
absolute
Great in traffic.
gun, great in
So
traffic.
you're going for the Ben Simmons vibe of the tall point guard.
Oh, that's harsh.
well, sure. At small forward, I have Caleb Daniel. I'm really going for the small forward.
That's he's going to get more.
Okay.
All right.
And then at what's the other position? Center.
Center.
At center, I have Marcus Bontempelli.
Hey,
You got-
yeah.
This is loan sign duplicate. He's got
Yeah.
two of them.
I got two of them, baby. We're going all dogs with double
Look at that,
mick.
got that dog on him.
They got that dog in them.
Well, to be fair, Ellie, if we play each other, Ellie Blackburn's a good matchup for Caleb Daniel. They're probably the same height. If not, Ellie's taller.
Who's going to play on Marcus Bontempelli?
Tom Green.
And who's going to play on Marcus Bontempelli?
Just go scoop Pendlebury, mate.
All right, Nathan.
All right. So these are my rejects. I also had Tilly Lucas Rod, the dog. We don't like traders at the St Kilda Football Club.
Feels a bit harsh.
Yeah. She probably left for valid reasons. But we don't like traders. I got Emma Swanson from the West Coast Eagles. So I don't really know much about it, so I couldn't really select her. Now, I've got one of the nicest blokes in footy. I've got Alex Pearce.
Oh, that was
He's
on
on
the
the
reject.
But unfortunately has a broken arm.
He's
So-
playing, mate.
Is he playing still? I thought he was still.
Yeah. Yeah. He didn't, unless he rebroke it. I don't
Wait,
think
didn't he
did.
He just broke it like 2 weeks ago.
He came back.
Didn't he just play?
He
Did he?
played.
I didn't watch the derby.
Wasn't that
so
the whole thing with the
Yeah,
sleeve?
the starlight.
I didn't watch the.
Right.
Okay, well, too
Well,
late now. You made
Well,
it.
too late. No, I've already drafted. It's all right. I've got Connor Rosie, who I've had to say no to.
Oh, wow.
Bit of a. I know, but I've
must be
gone.
strong.
Yeah,
starting
this
three.
is making me nervous.
Yeah.
Caleb
No,
Daniels shaking
look,
his
I
boots.
probably stuffed this up now that I see your reactions, but I just couldn't select Rosie. And then last but not least, I've got Jordan Dawson.
He's on the cutting.
Dude,
he's on the
what?
floor.
No,
Who have you got?
So the point guard. You want someone who can assist really well. Who's the leading assister, I guess, in the AFL?
This year,
Yeah. Well, and last year. Been
Brian Myers.
Yeah, I've got Grind
Fly.
Myers at the point.
You got Leo Messi at
Yeah, I've got Leo Messi at the. So I've got Grind Myers on my point. Small forward. I've got probably the Bradley medalist of this year, Paddy Cripps. Right?
Okay.
It's
Yep.
pretty good team.
Yeah. And then I've actually gone for a bit of an undersized center, but he's really good at defense. Really, really solid at also accounting for his teammates. I've got Sir Callum Wilkie.
Oh my god.
All right.
So I saw Callum and I'm like, I can't not
Jeez.
select him.
That's Olympic
Yeah.
goals, that team.
I think your second three probably beats most of ours as well.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I'm just that good.
Good pull. Yeah.
I am Pat Riley. That's a basketball coach. Or you get confused.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah. So that's my team. I win gold. Who gets silver?
I'm backing myself to get silver.
You're not
Ellie Blackburn's coming off a best and fairest last year.
two Marcus Bontempellis.
Nah, mate. Tom Grant. Mate, I've got.
Yeah,
to
you got Scott Pendlebury, Scott Emblebury.
enough. I'm backing myself in for silver.
And yeah, sorry, Finn.
It's fair enough.
The second Marcus Bontempelli is going to be like 1 minute old anyway.
Oh no, not this again. You've got to run out with Paul Curtis.
Let's talk about some of the other games that happened over the weekend before we touch on the Brizzy Lions. How about Melbourne? What's happening?
I did not watch a second of that game. I'll be
'cause
honest.
it was like we were still celebrating the win.
yeah,
It was directly after us, but apparently no Petrarca, no party at Casey Field.
They've got a young team as well. It was also they had 16,000 people rock up.
Yeah.
Yikes.
That's
was it really?
Yeah. Because we against
That's-
GWS.
that's
and
horrific. Oh, it was
pelting
bad
down.
weather,
Right? It was.
yeah.
If St Kilda playing in those conditions, I'm not going.
That's fair enough.
So don't blame them, but also
16,000.
16,000 is pretty
really grim. Yeah.
no.
they try to mask themselves as a bigger club because they play the G and like they're the first team, and whatnot. They're not much bigger than
All
us.
their
at
fans are just casuals though. That's the
They
thing.
are, yeah. Yep. They're not tacked on like
No,
St
if-
Kilda supporters.
And
if they weren't named the
It's good
Melbourne
for them.
Football Club, they wouldn't be playing at the G. Like
Yeah.
they don't like they're not big enough. And
No, but they have this whole facade that they hide behind. I'm sick of it.
almost bigger frauds than Essendon are.
not quite.
Question: Who is winning the flag? Because I got no idea. I'm
Brisbane.
lost.
It's got to be the Lions.
Yeah, Bris Vegas.
Like I thought it was Sydney, then it was Carlton. You know,
So
you
you
got like Porter popping up, their son to hit form at the right time.
do the Bulldogs do the
No,
unthinkable?
Snag another
They've
one.
done it before.
They're hitting form at the right time. Rory Lobb is
Rory Lobb looks
crazy
great.
down back.
Should we get him?
No.
Do we get pick 6 for Josh Battle, then bring in Rory Lobb?
For pick 6.
No.
that's where you're going. I'm like,
Get out.
get you next to Sauce right now.
Get him on the phone.
Get me in the war room. Yeah, Rory Lobb for free. He's probably worth more than nothing now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, they'd be
So-
demanding.
They'd
a
be
pick
demanding
for him
like
now.
an actual pick for him. now.
Yep.
You,
which is-
got to keep him now though. If you're
I
I
you
still
have
don't want
yeah.
if your foot's great, they're changing their name.
Yeah.
Don't know if you saw that for retro round.
They
Just
should-
keep it.
They should
Oh.
keep that. Yeah.
I thought
Because,
he meant permanently. I was like, whoa.
correct me if I'm wrong, didn't grow up here, but Footscray had a reputation for a long time. And that's why they changed the Western Bulldogs in like the 90s, right? To sort of appeal to.
They wanted to broaden their appeal.
broaden
Yeah,
the appeal
yeah,
and
yeah.
also like step away from the like more rougher Footscray.
Yeah.
But now that's not a thing anymore. So
what do you mean?
like
Was it
Footscray is fully gentrified, isn't it?
Boo, not fully, I don't think. I never go there. Which so can't be that gentrified. Well, St Kilda was thinking about changing their name to the Southern Saints as well.
Which would have killed the club.
Maybe would have helped. Probably wouldn't have. Yeah, there's like a mock logo from like 1985, I think.
Do the Footscray Bulldogs, having never changed their name, win the flag in 2016?
Up the I don't know.
Up the Scray. Sons of the Scray, mate.
Sons of the
Scray.
Did you see their polo?
I saw you
showed
saw it,
me, yeah.
I'm trying to, naturally bring it up, and you're just kind of shutting me down here.
Well,
go on, talk about it.
Asked, yeah,
we put it back on.
Talk about it.
Oh, okay. Well, I just think it's a really nice polo. That's all I wanted to say.
All right,
and I'm kind of jealous because I'm not going to ever buy a Western Bulldogs. Sorry, a Foot to Scray merch.
What did you say?
Like Franco Cozzo, Do you never see those ads?
Seriously. No.
Don't know why I bother sometimes.
I don't know either.
Pack it up.
Did you get that, Finn? Did you get that joke?
No.
No,
I didn't get it.
Okay.
No. What are you talking about?
There's a very famous, it was an ad in the 90s and early 2000s.
Brother.
How old do you
It
think we
played
are?
throughout, when you were watching, Simpsons at 6 or 6:30, Anyway, it's a very, very, I think it's Italian man, old, and he's like, Franco Cozzo, Foot to Scray. And he can't pronounce anything right. Forget it. It's not as funny if I'm just explaining it. You got to see the ad.
No, I want that joke in more elaborate detail, please.
Get stuff.
What was the advertising?
Footscray.
Foot's what the song.
All right.
Foot to Scray.
This is bad timing because Franco's
There's a
coming on next
tourism
week. He's coming on.
That's why it's gentrified.
Yeah.
Because that ad was wildly successful.
All right. Look, nothing else happened throughout the week. It was kind of a boring week of footy besides.
I honestly don't even know what happened.
Crom let us down in a big way.
Well, pick five's ours. I don't think we're gonna win 2 more games.
Could. We are playing well.
We're going to beat Richmond, although it would be a very Ross line thing to just play the
just-
kids and just throw it to the wind.
Yeah, he
That would
does
be
that.
very funny.
That Tasmanian game in 2009 versus Hawthorn, where he rests 13 players or whatever.
Or what about against us when he was coaching Freo and they'd already locked up top 2?
Yeah.
And we smashed them by 80 points.
Yeah.
Milne, Cozzies and Blake's last game.
Yeah.
That was classic. Isn't that why they brought in the bye?
That's why they brought in the bye,
Yeah.
yeah. But he would. There's no point doing it now. There's no finals to rest up for.
But there's pick 4 to win.
True. That's just tanking.
Well, if you say it like that, it's illegal.
Oh, yeah.
But if you play the
only-
kids,
okay.
then it's fine.
Cue the legal inquiry. Ross has to go to court. Don't do it.
Oh, he'll be able to. Who was it? The GWS lawyers can.
I'd lie on the stand for Ross. I'll put that out there right now. I would do time for him.
That feels like a step too far.
Nah.
I think it's the return of the poo.
You reckon
He was listed as 1 to 2 weeks away, and then he was fully training apparently last
Who does he
towards the
come
end of
in
last week.
for?
Yeah, he's.
Does he even get in?
Well, yeah. I guess
No, yeah.
Hugo.
Yeah. How dodgy was it? Hugo didn't even get a single minute.
No, that's I rated that. Like he, no, because he gets more out of
What
a
did
full
Hugo
game
do
of
to you?
VFL.
It's
Oh no, no. Don't stop right now. I'm Hugo's biggest fan. If he needs a dad, I'll put my hand up. But yeah, he would have got way more out of a full VFL game than 20 minutes of just when we're 50 points up.
I think you guys are looking into it too much. I think it was just a final moment of disrespect
To Hugo.
to the Bombers from Ross. He was
right.
like, we don't even
Doesn't
need our sub.
True.
We just run the game out.
True. Yep.
Brilliant.
Do you remember? We're going back to that. I just remember when after they won against us in round 3 or whatever it was. All the Essendon fans were tweeting "Oh, Ross, how's the vibe?" Because when he went for the Essendon job, he said he chose not to go for it because he didn't like
Because
the
he
vibe
couldn't
of
do
Essendon.
whatever he wanted.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's the answer to the
He had a
boys
similar-
club.
Yeah, he had a similar thing at Carlton as well. I think he went for that job and he didn't. Oh no, he had talked to them. He didn't even go for the job, but he pulled out really early. Yeah.
So anyway, let's get into the game. How are we feeling
Against the Lions.
against the Lions?
Oh,
Back in our traditional home, Sundays 4:40.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a good
under the
time slot.
dome as well.
It is a good time slot.
Beautiful.
I think we're a chance, but an outside chance. I just want to play. I want to see us play some good footy. That's kind of it. I'd be happy with a loss.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind a loss. I'm getting all these wins are getting a bit too stimulating.
Yeah, we need to return back to our regular level.
I'm not used to it. But we actually are playing well. We're smashing teams, albeit really bad ones. Who's not to say we'll do something
I have
incredible?
a stinking feeling. So Lockie Neal's dad, Windy, isn't playing. Obviously they're injured.
True.
So Lockie Neal, I'm kind of petrified of.
It's going to have like
He might
40
go off the
touches. Yeah.
Especially after, I think like 2 weeks ago, I called him the worst like 2-time Brownlow medalist. He's listened to that on repeat. And now he's fueled with anger.
Yeah, that is disrespectful from you though.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
It's kind of like when you watch the Olympics, like when you're watching the Olympics, you don't really know what's going on for like any of the sport, but then after like watching it, you're like an expert and you'll start telling them what to do.
Is that you after 26 years of Saints footy?
Yeah.
I think he does. I could be making this up. I think he's got some St Kilda lineage, like Neil.
What? He's from Perth, isn't he?
No. He's from South Australia.
Oh no, he's
from the country.
Like
I've got
actual lineage?
I've got some weird idea he's related to Cowboy Neil. Second time Cowboys made an appearance on the pod.
It's a pretty
Had a mention on the pod.
pretty common last name.
I know, but
I looked up Lockie Neal St Kilda and nothing's come up.
don't. Well,
that's
okay.
That's not the right
That's
search.
not the right search.
Well, because something would come up though, wouldn't it?
No.
No.
You guys are just giving me nothing today.
You're acting like a boomer. You're talking about ads from the 90s. You're typing in
It's Australian heritage.
stream of consciousness into Google.
Yeah. You said you were too old to take shots.
I'm getting my
the
Marshy
platform.
boots on. You youngins are just disrespecting.
Marshy's younger than you, mate.
I mean, has he come down from the ceiling fan yet?
No, I still love that.
Nah,
He's still up there.
it's passed out though.
Is Jared Joyce, is he still around?
Oh,
I
yeah.
have nothing to say about
He's
it.
actually been all right for
Yeah.
Brizzy.
But then he got injured,
yeah.
which was his one job not to do.
Yeah. He's the guy to bring in.
To bring in when everyone else gets injured, which
Yeah.
is what happened. He's still playing his skin flute, which is good to see.
Oh, that's so
Do you guys
good.
remember that?
Yeah. Good Irish lad.
Good, yeah.
So, wait, who did they end up playing down back then? Was it
Eric
Hipwood? Was he effective?
Didn't watch. I think he was pretty bad.
He was on Ben King, and Ben King had like 6 shots on goal, I believe.
Did he miss them all?
I think
He
missed
did.
most
He
of
missed
them,
like
yeah.
he kicked like 1 goal 4 or something.
Right. So it could have been a real disaster.
Yeah. It's almost like when Fev on the G train back in the day.
Oh, that's a classic.
Are you guys too young to remember that? I don't really know.
I remember that.
You know.
It was this century.
It's still retro around, I believe. Obviously, because Foot's great. Like the Saints are still doing it. So do you reckon we're wearing the candy stripes again?
I don't think we'll run it back.
What's
No.
another? We're kind of running out of ideas. I think the merch team's kind of stressing.
They're not going to drop in like a new.
No. I'm just saying for next year
Oh,
because like they're trying to do one every year for like retro. What's the next?
Well, okay. These retro Guernseys exist because someone once upon a time had a new idea for a Saints jumper design. Here's an idea. Make a new one instead.
and then wait 20
and then
years.
wait 20 years.
and
And
then
you have
play
more
it.
retro ideas.
I can't wait.
Have I just reinvented the wheel?
No. I cannot wait for the 2021 Deliveroo Green.
Oh.
I can't wait for 20 years just to get that old baby back.
They should have made one with replacing the red stripe with the bright blue.
Oh, just go all in.
Yeah.
Have like G-Chain with like the pies and stuff.
That would have
Deliveroo.
been infamous. Like,
Yeah. They could have paid Dan Hanbury's contract
Yep.
without advertising.
What's your thoughts on the yellow hot cross bun? I love it.
I want to bring that back. That's if
Yellow
we
one,
had
yeah.
a heritage or retro round against like Carlton or something, wear the yellow hot cross bun.
Only if they wear their blue M&M.
Yeah.
They're very like almost a Deliveroo.
Yeah.
Oh, the baby blue.
Yeah, the baby blue. Yeah.
I like that one.
All I can see is Chris Judd in that.
I see
Yeah,
Mitch
yeah,
Robinson.
Yeah, actually, that's a good call.
I see Kane Ackland
Kane Ackland.
flashing through my noggin.
You've been thinking about that one for
Yeah, I was
Half
sitting,
an
I was
hour.
sitting, I was
Don't-
sitting on that.
don't you just sit down and think of Kane Ackland?
all the time.
Michael Ricks.
Verden Howe.
Third and Howell, yeah.
I think on that note, I reckon we should end it there. So one question: are the Saints winning on Sunday?
Honourable loss.
Honourable loss.
They're gonna win.
Yeah, we're winning.
Boop is gonna
Back it up.
Take 3 marks, but kick 10 goals.
Whoa.
He's going to flip his stats.
And
That would
Hutto and Lyon's mind are just going to explode. And Dunstall loved him. Bro, I think it reminded him of himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And on that note, I think we'll end it there. Go the Mighty Saints.
Go Saints.